Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, goodness, just realised I haven't plugged in my microphone, but I dare say I'm still being heard, I would hope. um, hmm, and the other thing I needed to do, good morning to those who are on the YouTube and the Facebook side, and I've only just turned on the go live on the Instagram side, so a little bit slack there. Um, only just noticed that. Usually my sequence rolls into what is an autopilot almost. But anyway, it didn't work out that way. I'm Boundy, psychic medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And as you can tell from the colour of the room behind me, that the light from the window is not as bright and sunshiny today. It is overcast and windy, and it almost looks like we're about to get some rain, but oh, who knows? Such a contrast from what was over 40 degrees yesterday in Adelaide. I think it was over 40 degrees. It certainly was at at the shack. Here it did get to, now I can't remember. I know it was the 38s, 39, something like that. Look, we're not here for a weather report though. We're here for the daily cards. So I'm going to swing across to those and bring in your psychic senses and your spirit guides and ask them to connect. Here we go. And I'm in full mode. I haven't even done that yet. Oh my goodness, a few things not quite right this morning. Must just be the heat frying the brain. It could be something like that. What we have here is our Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck and the expanded edition. We happen to have two of the cards that are in that area of the expanded part of the deck. So, and we've got the nine. We've got the nine of cards. The nine is the bouquet that's in the overall theme for the day. God, my brain really is fried this morning, isn't it? So this is the theme for the day. We've got the well as our home space energy, and we've got the magnifying glass as our work energy. So let's just go across to the owl card and bring that up as well. And here we have it with love. Beautiful. I have reshuffled that deck of cards because we've got through the full cycle of what we have on offer from them. So it's nice to have that, just that little extra surprise that can be brought to our attention with the wisdoms, isn't it? There, that's a bit better. Now, let's see who's in the chat. Good morning, Fiona. I did notice that you were there. So, good morning, Ros Girly. We had rain at your end down north, and good afternoon or good evening to those around the globe. You've had rain. Oh, maybe we are going to get some rain in what these grey clouds are. My goodness, I'll be in swimming in at the pool anyway, so I probably won't be all that concerned because I'll be wet anyway. So I just had to have a quick glance down at my watch. There was something happened there. Now, what we have is, with the bouquet in the main theme of the day, it wasn't all that long ago that we did have this as well. The thank yous, the gratitude, the recognition, the acknowledgement. It's also being seen, it's being heard, it's really that is also just a beautiful aspect of the natural realm of our physical world with flowers. There's all that work, there's so much that is put into it for the commercial sense, I suppose, as far as how we like to grow our gardens and how we might purchase a bouquet of flowers too. The seed is planted and it grows, and we nurture it and we look after it to bring forward that are the fruits from whatever plant it is. So whether it is the cereals, with the wheat and the barleys and the oats and all that, that it's the little seeds that are at the top of that we harvest to eat, as flowers and things like that, as grains, or whether it's just that, whether it is that is the beautiful blooms that we like to bring into our homes to display as cut flower arrangements or bouquets. It's all relevant in how there is that flow of energy through each and every part of that process that brings those to our attention, to notice the beauty of the rose or the tulips in this case, or the dandelions, even the sunflowers, all sorts orchids, all sorts of various different flowers, products of what nature brings forward. Our fruit trees, the lemons, the peaches, the nectarines, the cherries, the macadamia nuts, all sorts of varied different fruits of what is Mother Nature's realm gift. All things, like there needs to be so much in place in that flow that allows it to continue to grow and produce. And this is just that having that sense of gratitude is what I'm feeling in whatever experience you're moving through at the moment, because it takes all steps, all experiences to really bring forward to our awareness sight, how we're smelling them, the way that we can touch them, all sorts of different ways that we can really feel into what is the energy of the natural realm. And it's such a beautiful way to express it, by gifting a bouquet to someone as a thank you. It's such a lovely thing to see these walk out in nature and allow it to continue to grow if you don't like having cut flowers and doing that sort of thing. But it's the words that we express and speak. Be them from the heart with love. That's what we have today, okay? It is coming up very, very shortly for that we like to celebrate as Valentine's Day. Don't know who invented it, don't know where it started. I've heard the stories, but I can't remember them. It should be every day, regardless of whether we're assigning a particular day to some sort of celebration. Make it every day. That's what I'm getting from that. And Fiona, you've put up the numbers, so thank you. Day number is a 6, and from the cards it's 41, 9, 44, and it all comes together as a 4. That's a wonderful summary. Thank you. I love how you do that. And Keza, good morning, Roz and all. Lovely to have you here in the live. I was just a little bit late starting, not by much though. I was actually sharing the photo through to the social medias as to why I was a little bit late. Now, with our home space, we've got the well. Most of us probably do seem to, more than likely we've been through, kids' stories and stuff like that, the wishing well, that we look at it like that. Or it's the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. I think there's some more verses, but I can't remember ever learning them. But that's one that's familiar. It's in our home space, it's with friends, it's with family. We're here dipping into that resource of what is our well of life. And in the home space is where it's placed, so that's where we're actually putting that bucket down and bringing it up with whatever we can contribute to our family. So any of the resources that you're needing throughout the day today are going to be served to you as and when you need them. But what you need to do is go to that well to actually receive it. So it is about the giving and receiving, I think, here today, just by these 2 cards. So trust what your intuitive senses are telling you as to when you need to go to your well and put your effort in and bring up what you're needing. Okay, so let it come to the surface and really shine its light, be useful, and for all, not just for self, but you never know, it could be just something that you're needing to be able to give you that strength, courage, consistency, persistence, ability, some sort of little piece of knowledge you might need to tap into from here that needs the help of a good book. And you're getting shown what that book is in some sense. So, trust what guidance you're getting along that line of what you're digging into. What you're digging into. You're not digging, but you could be. It could be that you've got a shovel in your hand and you're doing this digging rather than just dropping a bucket into a well that is full of water or resources. I see it as the resources. Okay, I'll just check the comments. And Keza, yes, I did put yours up, didn't I? And hello to Michaela, lovely Rosa and all. Thanks for being here, and you've managed it in the live, and so has Kenneth. Hello from Ontario, Canada. And a good evening to you, Kenneth. Lovely to see you here, and acknowledgement that you've shared that. So thank you. And all you need to do, you can put shared if you like. You don't have to as a comment, like Kenneth has done that there, or even if you put the hashtag replay. So I'll come back and thank you for popping in later. Okay, now we're going to the magnifying glass in the workspace. And that does seem to be a pretty obvious message here as far as look deeper into whatever it is that you're doing at work today. We're needing to see the details. So it's the I's dotted, the T's crossed. Have a closer look at the contracts if there's something that is coming up for you that you're needing to sign today, or having a closer look at particular details in design of a project, if that's what you're doing, is some form of designing, and that it needs a plan written up or drawn as an architect is what's coming to mind with that. So it's all of these details that we are needing to look at, the small print, that is definitely going to be to your benefit and others around you, to know the bigger picture, to see that is, the minutest detail. Don't pass over it too quickly. That's what I'm getting with the workspace here and the magnifying glass. And it could even be some sort of indication that you might need to be getting your eyes checked to get some new glasses or something for your workspace. I know for me, when I started not being able to see the outline, like the signs as I was driving, I knew then I needed to be retested for my glasses so that my close vision for reading was pretty okay, but I needed the distance. So it could be a message from Spirit that you're needing to have that sorted. And a good evening from Switzerland, dear Ros, and all in the chat. Good evening, Hilda. Lovely to see you here. Thank you for popping in. And exactly, Fiona, it's read the paperwork properly before you sign. It is the magnifying glass. It's a very good summary. Because I think most of us would probably use it in that instance. But I know for when I was doing craft work as, the stitching, the embroidery and cross stitch and all that, I did sometimes, and lace work, it was more for the bobbin lace. It would be for that finer, smaller thread count detail that I needed the magnifying glass. So, and sorry you're late, Hilda. I'll watch the replay for what you missed. Yeah. Well, I started sort of on time at the hour, or whichever part of the hour, half hour that it sits in for you. I do try to be on time at 8 a.m. Adelaide Central Time, whether it's daylight or standard. At the moment, it's daylight. And yes, from Fiona, and I need to get new glasses too. Funny how Spirit does let us know sometimes that things are needing to be changed. We had change in our cards yesterday, so it does need a bit more work on it. That's why, it takes a little bit of work to get the water from this well, but it's not hard. It is just knowing, it's being open to when Spirit is telling us these messages, especially if you're needing to get a magnifying glass out and look in a bit more detail. It could even be to read what the message is from the beautiful flowers that you may receive. Who knows? Absolutely gorgeous cards today. But they're always gorgeous. I just love using them. So and the sharing of them as well. So Fiona, yes, when you first start your diamond art, you use the magnifying glass. Yeah, I haven't done any of that, but I'd like to get back to the bobbin lace work. I just haven't got the flexibility in that thumb properly back yet. I will try it again in a month or two. So, yes, keep being you in the best way that you can. And thank you from Keza. Have a wonderful day to everyone with those gorgeous hearts. We are all different and unique, and everything that we do, feel it from the heart so that you can give it from the heart. Share that love and light to everyone, as Hilda is suggesting here. And be you in your unique and perfect way. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.